My brothers and sisters, we are on number 42 out of 117 scriptures that everyone should know in the Old Testament. We're going to go to 1 Chronicles chapter 22, and we're going to look at what David said to his son Solomon. What I like about this text is this, that you see the words of a father talking to his son. And in this case, it's King David talking to Solomon, who will lead the kingdom of Israel. And so there's something rich here about a father's words to his son, and especially a father who wants to instruct his son to do the will of God. So let's go to 1 Chronicles chapter 22. Are you ready? And we're going to look at verses 6 through 9. 1 Chronicles chapter 22. Let's take a look here. Then he called for Solomon his son and charged him to build a house for the Lord, the God of Israel. David said to Solomon, "My son, I had it in my heart to build a house to the name of the Lord my God. But the word of the Lord came to me, saying, You have shed much blood and have waged great wars. You shall not build a house for my name, because you have shed so much blood before me on the earth. Behold, a son shall be born to you, and he shall be a man of peace. I will give him peace from all his enemies round about, for his name shall be Solomon, and I will give him peace and quiet to Israel in his days. He shall build a house for my name. He shall be my son, and I will be his father. I will establish his royal throne in Israel forever." Well, there's a couple things that I think are important here. First and foremost, David, obviously he acknowledges that he shed blood during the time that he was a king, and so he was unfit to build the house of the Lord. It had to be a man of peace. The word Solomon, Shlomo, it has a sense of his peace. And so Solomon, the man of peace, would build the house of God. And this is really important to look at, because if you look at Jesus comes into this world and he establishes peace between us and the Father by laying down his life for our salvation. So as Solomon was a man of peace and he built the temple of brick, a physical temple, Jesus, who comes and gives his life for our salvation, establishes peace between us and the Father because we have forgiveness, and begins to build the spiritual temple. Pretty amazing if you think about it. And so the second thing I want you to note is the words of a father to his son. Here's a father who's basically saying to his son, what I could not accomplish, you will accomplish. Many fathers have similar types of conversations with their own sons, where they reflect on their life, what they've accomplished, and sometimes they'll share even their shortcomings with their children and tell their children, what I have failed to accomplish, you will accomplish. So you could hear something like that from your own father, or you could, as a father, be sharing that with your own children. And you have the sense of the mission is being carried on within the family. And so in David's words to Solomon, you see a lot here. You see something about Solomon being a king of peace, which is fulfilled in the person of Christ. And you see this tender conversation of a father talking to his son in regards to the mission that he had. May God build up our families so that fathers and sons work together to do the Lord's will.